Hey, River, how are you? Ooh, I have been working for an hour to get this thing set up. And it's not, but I won't breathe on it. That's pretty good. You can see most of it. I completely forgot yesterday. Of course, everybody that was over there waiting for me, because I never miss a day. Okay, I can rest and take. I can take a little breath. You can help me see who else is coming in. Aunt Beck. Thank you. Guess what I've done? I've got it set up over here where I can use my pastel easel. I can't breathe on it though, because it is jerry-rigged. It's not what the old saying used to be, but that's how that goes. We in the South have had to learn a whole lot of new rules. Things that I never even thought about. Hey, Gail. Hey, Linda. Whew, take a deep breath. That's not where I wanted to go. I couldn't find a picture that I wanted, which always makes me mad. I used to keep my pictures so organized and filed. I knew exactly where everything was. No more. Y'all just have fun for a few minutes. I'm going to make some marks on this board. Maybe. I almost put a pastel in my mouth. Okay, that's good. And I will be back in just a minute. I'm here, but hang tight, everybody. So this is 14 divided by 3. It's 12 3/4, 12. No, 4 3/4 maybe. Somewhere right in there. This is for the second project of the day. I love my little bitty 12-inch T-square. It comes in handy. Okay, it's 11, 3.3 roughly. Let's see, 3.3 and 4, no, 6, 3. It's bigger than that. It's close. Close enough for who it's for. Okay, let me say hi. Hi, CB. I'm going to spend just a few more minutes on this. That one goes this way. In the essence of, okay, so that goes down there, I think. If this isn't right for some reason, I can wash it off. And then we have this one. Somewhere in this neighborhood. All right, put that away for a minute. Now, I promised you a little show and tell because I've had my wings clipped until I can get this place organized. So I went to Goodwill yesterday. I'm glad Aunt Beck is here. And I got, let me see, I'm dealing with a different camera. I'm having to hold it up. 3 of these little guys, which are really nice for putting projects in, like if you just want 3 or 4 tubes of bottles of paint or whatnot. So I thought that would be a good idea. And I got 2 this size that are same size but closed up. The sides are closed. That was $1.11. How did they come up with the prices? And the other one was $1.31. I got memory book refills. I mean, you can't ever go wrong with having these. If nothing else, you've got the plastic to turn into something else. $1.11. And the biggest deal of all, for all the jelly printing I'm doing and using in collage work, this way. Some resume paper, 100% cotton, and it's watermarked. and I got 100 sheets for $1.41. So I'm real tickled. 24 pound. I don't think there's been any of, probably one or two sheets for a resume. So I got that. I told you it was going to be little. And I went to Barnes & Noble because they had their journals on half off, and I've never gone before. So I had a shrink appointment and decided that I had some stuff I had to take back to Hobby Lobby. So I thought, okay, Tuesday morning or Barnes & Noble, because I don't think I want to do 3. I'm kind of, hurry up and get back home. So 2 stops. But anyway, these are leather. And I'm not real sure how much I paid. My total was $30. But the thing I like about these is they come in and out. You can use the book as a cover only and replace what's inside. So that just conjures up all kinds of ideas. I got that one. I got a pink one. Same thing, but they're leather. I just love leather. And then everybody has to have a nice rose gold. Too bad I can't. Well, I could probably think of something to put on top of that. But anyway, just a planner, which I have no intention of using. I just need 1 page for each year. Get up when you feel like it. Drink coffee till you feel like quitting. Then go in the studio for a couple hours and then come out, watch TV, the latest craziness on TV. And, that's it. Go to bed when I want to. So there you go. Hey, Shauna. Look where I am, Shauna. I am sitting at my easel. And I'm going to show you what I have rigged up. Okay, the little green thing is some sort of a little thing you can smush his legs together to make him hold an iPhone. So I curled his legs way far and made it hold my camera. And the thing that it's sitting on, this thing up here, it's what's called a Maul Stick, and I don't think it shows. It's a base, and this thing can slide in and out. And you put your wrist on it, and it won't touch your canvas, so you can work on intricate spots without touching. So I've got that up there to hang and hold the camera. So as long as I don't breathe on it, it's pretty good. We're square and everything. Can't go any lower because that's just the way it is. And then directly to my left is the famous Pastle assortment. And I'm sitting at my big easel that goes up to 20 feet, and I have 8-foot ceilings. So there's that. But you know what? Hey, you work around it. Hey, Rejoicey. Oh, God. And I didn't ever tell you guys, I have 3 desk chairs in here. They're HON, left over from my office. And I've got 1 at each station, and 2 of them lift, so they're a little bit higher off the ground. But I could save some room, but you can't move chairs around very easy. So I just decided all 3 of them could fit in here. Yeah, it's still not there, but if I showed you a picture of it from where I'm sitting here, you'd think you haven't done a damn thing, but I have. All righty. I worked on this yesterday. That's that one. And I worked on this one yesterday. So when this is done, I'm going to let you guys vote for which one you like the best. This one's faded because of the light shining on it. Kind of like that. This paper is just so smooth. You see? It's because it's velour paper. Anyway, that's where I am on that one. So I wanted to get over here with this. To see where I am and can work this over a little bit with more colors to choose from. I do like to use my hand barrier. This is the one that I keep over here. It's Berry Cream by Windsor Newton. It's about the same price as Gloves in a Bottle, but it's thicker. See, it's like more like icing. The Gloves in a Bottle is wetter. I think it takes longer to dry, but they both work really good. I've got two hot lights, one on either side, so when my north light starts to fade because it's winter, and I love north light because it just doesn't change all day until it gets dark. So y'all gonna have to holler at me if you need me. You like the one on the clipboard better? Yeah, it's a little further along. Dry. I watched a neat video this morning by, oh crap, Never Gonna Make It Elizabeth, or I didn't watch a couple of them because the title of her stream is kind of negative. It's kind of like, I can't do that. Oh my God. I was talking with, must have been Tuesday, about the old Rembrandts. And I think it was Beth. And there they are, just sitting there where they would spill easily. And here are the old Rembrandts. You used to be able to find them occasionally online, but they're pretty much all picked up. This was the set of pastels that people had for years, and until the company that started making Degas pastels got busy. Y'all want to see those? Oh my God! I keep them in their boxes. Look at these little precious things. I'm not bragging. These cost $15 to $20 per stick. So you think pastels isn't serious art business? I've got 3 of them. So I've got them for a rainy day, right? I haven't decided what to do about this board. Get her pulled up on my... I'm so tired of entering my passcode. my laptop was so bad, every time I'd put it down, I'd have to redo it. Favorites. I'm not going to stop and breathe. I knew right where she was when I had it turned vertical. So let's see if I can get it back. There it is. And I'm not going to mess too much with drawing. I'm going to, again, not breathe. Okay, is everybody with me? What you working on? Hi, Linda. Kimberly. Yeah, CB, if I could just find the Neos. Jeez. And I know they're in this room. I mean, I know they are. And that's not a very good idea to put the phone up there. Okay, so what I'm doing today is just playing around a little bit with some color. Because the color of things is affected by the light that you're painting under. And I get this over here and I go, ugh, yeah, look at that eyeball. And those are things that I couldn't, look at this. I couldn't see that over at the desk with it propped up an inch. I couldn't tell. So this is just part of the process of getting it right. And because pastels are an opaque medium, you could correct yourself. And if you correct yourself wrong, and because y'all are here with me, I'm going to use a pastel pencil, which I rarely do. Hazel colored eyes. Get them all turning the right way. Pastel is the one medium that you have to have that very exact color. And that's why there are so many sticks involved, because you can't mix. You put it down and it's one color, and I've got another set here. I want hazel. That's pretty good. So hazel. Hazel and gold would be good if I could find the gold. I've just got these in a bucket, an orchid pot that doesn't have an orchid in it. Okay, so go back to the other one. Here we go. That will do it. Now this is where the stick would come in handy, because I could rest my hand on it. I'm checking back. Good. I'm glad that's working for you. I've got a few other things that I can try, but that's all but just the very little bottom of it. And Anita, you blue? A blue. Sometimes it's just easier to make your own color. So hazel, blue, and ochre. Like I said, I rarely ever use pastel pencils because they don't work very well after you've gotten quite a few layers on. Better. This is where I go into a real soft pastel. See, I should do it with a different color. Very little binder in them. Here's a good one, I think. Just barely touch my hand. And I was going to go back to the white. I know this drives some of you crazy because it's back and forth. Much better. Check and see who's here. You don't get thin line scale. And it's the same in the world. Let me find something that's Here's a piece of something that's got a grit on it. So that's the line I want to be real thin. That's not just a great idea right there. That is really gritty. Let's do this one where you can see it. Let me get a brighter purple. Maybe this will work. Put another line of blue. That's how you get a thin line, is that you work back into it. You do the same thing in oil. Every stick that I pick up has points and angles and straight lines on it. Now, I may have used the point of this one, slanted it in, but I've still got 4 points and 4 edges on that end. These are very soft. They're square, so you've always got a lot of choices for what you want. So I can come back in here, and I guess just by feel, I know that I'm touching it. I know that I'm putting color in there. And you're not covering the whole thing unless you're fixing the eye like I was. Every stick I have, for the most part, is a different hardness. And I've done this so much, I can pretty well tell you what they are when I pick them up. See, I need a darker. Just a little touch of that. Okay, her eyeball looks much better. Much, much better. And I probably need to make this iris a little bit smaller. And these little sticks I could not do without. This is the hardest stick I have. It's by Prismacolor. They're called New Pastels. They are so hard that you can use them in differing ways. And they help blend sometimes the other stuff. How's that for a scientific word? Not really a hazel. And when the light shines through the eye is round. So when it shines through the eye, it will continue to shine over from here to the other side of the eye. And that's when you get this little lighter spot on the other side of the highlight. And that's not doing it for me. Look at this. This is a handmade that can be worked on later. I was going to show y'all something. Here, the pastel dust, you can't see it. I've got a piece of tin flashing that's at a right angle. It's about an inch. And I've got that right underneath my clipboard. And I catch the dust that's down there. So when I'm done, anytime I feel like it, I just take that and dump it off into a jar. Now, y'all know that we talk about binders all the time in mixed media. Pastle already has a binder in it. So then all you have to do is take this. It'd take more than that, but you take that, or like this, pieces that are too small, you just collect them. And I try to keep, this is a mid-tone value, so I try to keep that away from the darks. I could take this, put it into a mortar and pestle, and grind it up as much as I want to. I can leave some little chunkies, and then add a little bit of water and make sure it's fully saturated, but it holds up like a cookie dough. And then you just lay it out on a piece of paper towel and roll it or squeeze it into shape. So y'all getting a lot of stuff today. I was going to show you one that I made. I probably got them put up somewhere. Why, I don't know. But they have really delightful little flecks in them. You can do them around hockey pucks. You can do them stick. But anyway, don't throw away anything. Just touch. I don't want to blend. I don't paint eyelashes. You did booger that one up. Just a little bit of black. And I need up in there, what do I have here? This is one of the, these were originally sold for this kind of art. Now their Catalyst has them for everything. I don't even know what brand this is, but it's a silicone tip and I can kind of carefully manipulate. What I would do with my finger if I got in there, I can manipulate a little bit with that. If you need me, you're welcome to instant message me. Okay, let me look. No, I've got just about the same view y'all do. My eye is here. Your eye is about here. I'm looking at the camera. Straight ahead is about here. So I've got pretty much the same view y'all do. Hey, Beth. Gail, I just aim. No, I can't see the little pieces in my hand. Plus the fact that I'm doing this with my arm out straight. So I really don't have much control. Beth, wasn't it you that said you had your mother's old pastels? I know, there it is. Kleenex in my pocket. I gotta get this fixed. Look what's missing, my white highlight. I am turning my head sideways, so I guess I am. Hate this board. And I've got several of them to use, so. And then right there, I use the edge of the pastel, the flat edge. It's not quite dark enough. I'm just layering colors here till I get something that I kind of want. It's about time for the babies to start chiming in. Pick that up thinking it was a pastel. It's a pan pastel foamy. Okay, what are you looking for? It's too dark. I'm thinking. Let's see. Can't get to my. Well, at least you're just gonna have to quit. I mean, not quit, but Here's a real pale yellow. Hit a cord. Now, whether these marks stay or not depends on the board. Almost all of my sticks are broken in pieces. Occasionally I'll see a long one. And then you still don't have the one you need. The super, super soft ones by Sennelier. I leave the wrappers on because they'll just kind of disintegrate. And y'all told me you like seeing me work, so if I'm going to stand a prayer's chance of getting these finished by the 1st, here's my black. Dork, 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 dork. Oh man, this is so much better than working flat over there. I'm just having some fun with color around that black because nothing is solid black. Found another little tin of pastel dust. There's a magenta. Like I told you the other day, you won't see this from across the room. Only when you get up on it. Whoops. No, it's still missing it. No biggie, just take my black again. Okay, come back to you. Hey, Amy. Bye, Gail. She doesn't have much of an ear showing. I don't know if I'm going to mess a whole lot with that. Just a suggestion, I think. That will get some more work. But I don't want it to show up too much because it's right over there on the edge. And that dark red that I used. And she is having a reflection right here from the Fagma. And just a little bit up here. Now that'll work for now. What did I do with my tool? I'm talking to myself. I do that all the time. Low battery on the phone. Swap for the iPad. Well, I just had that little thing. Quit moving. Guess I wasn't meant to use it again. Here's a turtle on that'll work. All right, let me check y'all. Hi, Judy. Who doesn't like you, Linda? We need to go beat up on them. Judy, you will recognize that I am sitting at my big easel. And I'm just playing around with this. Picking up whatever color I want. Excuse me. Not bad manners. Well, it's not beer either yet. It's supposed to be in my bucket over here. Here's the tool. Here's the tool. I'm just playing right now. I'm going to use a little bit of this dark green in here. In her neck comes up about right here. Even though you can hardly see it. And she's showing this little light there. And she's showing a little bit of blue coming through the class. Well, I'm a widow this weekend. Hubs has gone out to the hunting woods. Put that blue back. I will sometimes blend toward the end. I don't blend, I just touch it really. And a little bit of yellow. See how strong this color is? But when mixed with what's under it, just kind of gives me a little glow. And if it's too much, I just come back and add something on top of it. Because the Magnamite glass will change some colors. And I'll blend that in with a little bit of this pink. There's not really a highlight on this side of the mirror, but I'm going to give it one. The thing that's bothering me most, CB, right now is this light is casting a shadow. Maybe that would help offset it. It does. Does that bother y'all? Not a whole lot. But that counteracts that shadow so that I don't see that. I think I've fiddled with this enough right now. Hang on, Snoopy, because we're going to move. I don't have that one in here, so that's good. All right, this is the other one, and I'm preparing 3. My thing, my screw up there is stripped out, so until Randy can get it fixed. Anyway, that's what we're aiming for right here, and I thought I would just block it in with you guys. And that was the board that I was playing with. Here. Don't move. It did. Hang on, y'all. You might want to shut your eyes. I don't want to make you sick. Got to figure out a way to get him a little bit lower. Here's the bottom. Y'all are seeing about right there. And it's a vertical panel. This is my favorite board. This is by Ampersand, and it's called Pastle board. I'm going to try this. I ran out of time to project it, but what I can do is just go ahead and freehand it and use my lines for reference. That worked. No, here's one. Well, I need that. So we're going to have to compromise. And of course, the part that always gives you the fits is the face. So we're going to do that first. My lines aren't very good. Like I said, I can alter that when I get by myself. See, I just got in a big hurry for you guys. Come on now, play nice. Now this is the same size print, so I can get close. And I can get close here. Everything is just a tool. You just use it as it makes sense. And I can wet this when I get done and make it underpainting, which I think I may do. Now this is going to blow your mind. Ah, what's she doing? Is anybody paying attention? Hey, Jilly. Starbuck. Hey. Late's better than never. I know it is, Carol. I can't get it. Can't get it any lower. Right now, I will try. I'm not making any headway there. See, there would be good. Poopy doop. Hang on, I'll see what I can do. Some toothbrush. Just a little bit better. Okay. Don't breathe on it no more. CB, you can tell me thank you. Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing, Louise. I didn't say hello to you. I need to get I want to get I need a drink of water. That's what I need. I want to get the garden hose in there. See, if I had drawn my diagonals better, more perfecter, I would have been in better shape. Probably a little bit high, but it doesn't matter. Garden hose. And it goes right up here. This is so much fun. It's kind of an orangey pink. I'm just going to use pink. Just pink. Okay, so that's his sleeve. Whoops. Well, it's green too. Okay. I need the green of his shirt. Little different. Doesn't really matter. And I'm just blocking it in right now. Okay, now I can kind of go back to the dark green. Now, let me see if I can get to some mineral spirits. Hang on. Hang on while I go to the oil studio. And she has her hand on it. And didn't knock over the computer. I'm going to move my iPhone. Mineral spirits are in a little bucket. Old brush. Bristle brush. Do the lighter colors first. I don't know what just came out of there. Oh well. Oh well. And if I didn't have so much trouble getting this on here, I would turn it upside down and get up underneath that clip. But since I had so much trouble until I get this fixed, whoops, I moved it. Okay, you can still see. I love all these little runnies. And we have some of the light under here. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Wet pastel into, dry pastel into tarp, and it will dry out. Okay, lid back on tarp. I need a new one. All right, catch up with you guys while that dries a little bit. Bye, Linda. Oh, that's a big surprise, Miss Carol. What's the complement of green? It's red. So if I put red under green, leave little sparkles of it, from across the room, it'll read as green. From up close, you'll see the red. So that's why. Yes, Carol. That's the Liam that we're working on right now is the oldest of 5 grandkids. He's 10. Mara, the little girl, is 8. And it just gets every 2 years down from that. The baby's 1. And I have a 16 by 20 serious portrait of these two. And I was going to do one of each kid, but I'm behind. Let me see if I can show you a picture while we're here. This is a little cutie. It's a picture of a little girl I took at a street carnival in France. And they were all dressed up in costumes for some reason. Okay, don't get sidetracked. Come on, come on, come on. Keep getting distracted. Let me turn it this way. This is not it, but this is my niece and nephew. And they had a serious face. And then my brother, who's a professional photographer, took one. They're switched places, and one's taller than the other one, and they're laughing. And Jessie hates her teeth, and Josh is snaggletooth. So that'll be fun when I get both of them done. All right, where's Liam? Well, here's Mora's. And my idea was to have them wearing the same hat. But come on, this way. There. Yeah, each kid wearing the same hat. And I've got 3 of them in the hat. And then I think they lost the hat. Well, I don't guess I have. Liam, wherefore art thou? Well, I'll have to find him. Hang on, hang on. This is a cool one. It's Randy's mother's hands. I think that was cool. I can't find Liam right now. I'll find him sometime. So I'm coming back to you. Yeah, Carol, or CB, people say they don't like it because they just look like they're just so unhappy. And I said, oh no, these kids are clowns. And I've got the other one half done. I need to keep working on it. See? Um, Louise. I don't know because you can't work on them all at once. My bigger portraits are in oil. And while one is drying for a couple of days, I'll work on another one. So it's not unusual for an oil portrait to take 6 months. Pastel is a little bit different because it's looser, but my style in oil is kind of the artist's name is William Bouguereau, and his skin tones, you could just see through them. That's the style that I achieve or try to achieve. So if it's one that's painted like that, serious, like the two kids that were serious faced, that took some time. There might be 10 layers of oil on the face, and you have to wait for it to dry in between. So then I flip over to something like this that's more immediate, and I'm not doing that either because I'm playing with you guys, watching live videos all the time. Now, in a perfect world, I would be able to leave some of these drippies and some of these marks, but you just don't know until you. Oops, I'm not live. I won't know until I get in there and paint on it. And it's 5:34. This probably won't be dry. No, I thought so too, Shauna, when I started it. But you just have 2 or 3 paintings going at once, which is really a good thing because then you've got the time to quit thinking about the one you're working on. And when you come back to it with fresh eyes, it's like you think of new things that you want to do with it. And I thought that I wouldn't want to mess with the oil chemistry. I thought lots of things. I thought it didn't want to take it so slow. Well, you can paint oils all in one alla prima, which I do that too. It's not my favorite. But oil just has a different consistency. It's like painting with butter. Now, oil pastels aren't the same. And you know that oil pastels they never dry. And they always have to be framed under glass. Now, oil sticks are different. Oil sticks are a stick of oil, a stick of paint, and enough oil or a binder to hold it into a stick form. Nobody's quite sure what oil pastels are. They're not pastels because pastels are dry, and they're not oil because oil doesn't behave that way. But I've got some I use in the mixed media to, for water soluble stuff. Every medium that I work on now that I'm competent in just about every one of them. When I'm working on one, it's my favorite. So, yeah, that's just the way it is. And like I said, lately I've been spending more time watching YouTube lives than I have been painting. I just had to do that. There's not much else I can do here, guys. So if you like this, we can work on it again next time. And there's nothing wrong with that, Shauna. There are people who do nothing but watercolor. And there are people who do nothing but soft pastels. Or there are people who do two, like soft pastels and oil. Or watercolor. There's not that many that do watercolor and oil. There's some. I have two, Beth. And I keep my right earbud in so I can listen, because you're not having to listen all the time. And then I have my iPad where I'm reading stuff and news and things like that. And then I've got the TV on for things that pop up in there that I haven't heard 14 times all day. So that's what I do in the evenings. And then right before I go to bed is when I start doing the videos that I've paid for. And I'm behind on those too. So I guess that's just the way it goes. Well, at least we kind of sort of got the filming with the big easel figured out. I'll work on it some more and see if I can get it better. Louise, I do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4. Except yesterday I thought was Wednesday. And so that made today Thursday, but it was really Friday. So that's why I'm here today. But I do sometimes just pop in and do a live on the weekends, which that you kind of do need the notification for. Thank you, YouTube. Got all those cool droopy marks. I like the droopy marks like that in oil too, because you can leave some of them. You don't so much when you're working with a complementary underpainting, but when you're working with the real color, I forgot the term, it just flew out of my head. Then you can leave some of the droopies because they're the same color. Yeah, Judy. I try to wait till 7 Central Time because I don't ever get sleepy until midnight. So I don't want to drink too much, so I wait later. It doesn't make any sense to anybody but me. So that's my bad habit. I never smoked, and I like my adult Kool-Aid at night, and nobody is going to take it away from me. Well, Louise, I will. Are you on Twitter, Louise? And let's see, Facebook, and you're probably not on Tumblr, but I also try to do an invitation that goes out to Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr before, sometime a couple hours before I go live. Lots of artists are on Twitter and use it to talk back and forth with each other. I was scared of Twitter. I got my account in 2009, but I was a little bit scared of it because I was afraid I'd get yelled at. And you know what? It's so much better than Facebook, and you can follow the people you want to follow, and the rest of them don't ever get in your world. My timeline and the people that I follow are the professionals, the constitutional lawyers, the law school teachers from Harvard and every other college, some I've never heard of. I follow a lot of magazines like The Atlantic, and there's some good writing in Vanity Fair. So I catch up. I get put in contact with those through the people I follow on Twitter. So I don't have any nonsense going on or fake stuff going on at all. So I enjoy Twitter for that. And several of the girls on here have Twitters. Let me see. I'm talking into the phone, That's where I've got the live part. Let me give you mine. Vicki Lou 92. So y'all feel free to follow me, and be sure and mark the bell. They've got a, let's see. Yeah, they've got a bell too. So click the bell so that you get a notice. Yeah, and if you hook up with CB and me and the people that we hook up with, Shauna's not on Twitter, are you, Shauna? Musical Scrapper, and there's lots of folks on there, and that's all they use it for is their art and to connect with people who do the same things. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that today. Real painting is slow. That's why I hate to do it on a live stream, because I don't want to bore you to tears. That's also why I like journaling and mixed media, because it is immediate. I can do something and 30 minutes later I can have a journal page or a collage page or make some papers for jelly printing. And it's been real good for me to learn to loosen up. And that's what mixed media has helped me with. So I'm not in mixed media for any nefarious reason. I do have a school. I'm going to launch it. That's my bribe. It's already launched once, so this is the second time. But I don't sell it big time. I just tell you where to go, and my list is on AXULLY.com. Get on the mailing list, and then when I start it, you'll get some emails, or I'm sorry, you'll get some posts through there that are a little bit salesy, and then you're given the opportunity to go to a place where if you're more interested, you can do it. And if you're not, you won't get any more information on it. So, because I don't like being a pest. And it's not for everyone. It's not a project-based paint this boat scene. It is like a college class where the first half of it is the basics, form, shape, stuff that took me 10 years to dig out. And then the second half, you get to experiment with oil, watercolor, and caustic and soft pastel. And the kit is included, and they're all artist quality materials. You don't have to buy anything. The boards, the paper, the brushes that go with each one are in the kit. So, if you have any interest in following my path that I took to learn how to do this mess, you might be interested. So that's it. That's all it is. All right. I think I'm done. Are y'all about done? It's Friday night, amateur night. Just like New Year's Eve. We don't go out on New Year's Eve because it's amateur drinking night. Bye, Shauna. Oh, Colleen. Who's Colleen? Do I have her? Carol? That name doesn't ring a bell. Maybe she's one of those hiding behind a cutesy. All right. Well, I'm going to... Oh, Scrap Chick. Okay. See? I know her that way. I don't know her as Colleen. They just try to confuse us. And I didn't ever even think about nefarious characters getting my name. I just used my real name on everything. And my life is so boring that the Russians wouldn't have any interest in me. All right, guys, I'm going to quit rambling. I think people who do lives have a need for attention, and you get it all when you're streaming. All right, I'm going to get off. Bye. I love you guys. Over and out.